Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Flex, the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Drew Titan Bros on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, man. I'm going to drop the link later on in the show. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. Salute to my brother BFTB. I was busy yesterday, but I was listening. And as y'all know, if y'all follow me, y'all definitely follow my brother. And he got a list from Devin Haney himself. And these are the names. Oh boy. And what I want to talk about is each and every name. Will he get to them? Why do you think he won't get to them? And if the fight doesn't happen when they're available, whose fault do you think it'll be? So haters come out. Haters come out. We're gonna have this conversation. I want to hear everything. Anwar Willis, salute. G. McCall, Shawa, Dirt Gang Boys, Todd Swindle, Dal Anderson, CT Fat Boy. What's going on, brother? True Boxing Night, Detroit, BC, Rick Blackwell. Wait, hold on, man. See, and don't take, man, let me park here for a minute. First and foremost, I'm from New York, but I am not a Knick fan at all. At all. As a matter of fact, when I was realistic about this team, you know what they did? The term hater wasn't around when I was in high school. They were just on some, oh, yo, you a Bulls fan? You a Bulls fan? Oh my God, man. Yo, man, you wanna blow Michael. Scotty. I said, nah, it's not that deep for me. I'm just realistic. I know this team. There's something going on with the Knicks organization. I think they're cursed. And every time I said these dudes would go to the playoffs or go to the finals and not closed the deal. I was right. You get mad at me. I said, don't get mad at me. I was trying to tell y'all. There's reasons why they ain't gonna win. Now, I stopped watching ball with a critical eye when LeBron went to Miami. I was done. I said, I'm done. This has become a novelty now. All these kids form pregnancy packs and they hook up with the next best player in whatever city, and they create these super teams, and nobody wants to get it out the mud. I was like, all right. Which is why there's no comparison with the LeBron James and Jordan. There's no comparison. There's nobody in the NBA that you can speak to that'll tell you, okay, if you got 4 players and it comes down to 1, and the last standing players is LeBron and Michael, who you picking? I can't think of one person. I have professionals. Kendall Gill told me this. He said, there's not one person that would pick LeBron James over Michael Jordan. Not one. Another dude told me that scenario's crazy unrealistic. Well, I said, well, just humor me. He says, no, because LeBron will be the last person standing. Mike will be the first one picked. Yeah, touche. Okay. So yesterday, my boys who I grew up with, they were hardcore Knicks fans, and they was like, you know what? I'm telling you, this is it. It's different now. I said, okay, I'll take your word for it. I don't watch ball. I'll take your word for it. They're all over the news. And this light-skinned kid, Brunson, and he's killing it right now. And okay. I'm telling you, watch it. I said, man, I got work to do, man. I'm on my boxing right now. I let the NBA go. If I want to catch up on the league, I'll catch my brother Ticket TV. Go subscribe to Ticket TV. And I have the game on, and I'm doing pep talk. I look, there's like 2 minutes left. The Knicks are up by 14 or something like that. I said, okay, they're going to win. They played well. They played hard. The Garden was rocking. I said, yeah, that looked like the Garden from the 90s. Okay, they came out to support them. Patrick Ewing was there. John Starks was there. Clyde Frazier was there. I think Latrell Sprewell was in attendance. Stephon Marbury was, I think. I'm like, wow. Okay. They might have something here. I'm just watching. Don't you know these niggas blew a 14-point lead? Don't you know? And I'm just watching it. Now, during the whole game, I'm in a group text with my boys, right? And they going off. And right when that happened, my phone stopped buzzing. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. The last thing that I read was my boy said, game 2, we up. And everyone was in the chat, all right. I'm like, okay, all right. Remember, I'm detached from this, And I said, oh, look at this. And then this homie, with his snowflake, with his snow bunny, hits a game winner. Well, he sent the game into overtime with the illest bounce in the world. That's how I know the Knicks are cursed, bro. They're cursed. That shot that he hit to send it into overtime, that shit bounced so high. And then when it came back down, they hit all net. Matter of fact, it even missed the net. And then he ran and looked at Reggie and did the choking sign. You remember Reggie Miller did the choking shit when John Starks missed those 2 free throws? Reggie Miller was sitting right there, and I said, this, oh my God, this is crazy. My group chat stopped moving. So they go into OT. Knicks come out on fire. They go up 4. Then they blow that. Pacers go up by 1. They never look back. And I'm like, this is so Knicks right here. Now, I'm explaining to you what happened. I swear to God, there's going to be someone calling me a hater. How am I a hater when I'm explaining to you what happened? Doesn't that sound like me talking about Tank? Don't get mad at me. He did it or didn't do it. What you mad at me for? Y'all tell me he's great. Well, okay, all I want him to do is prove it. Oh, you a hater. All right, you keep calling me that? I'm going to live it out. And that's what I did to Knicks fans. I knew what trolling was before y'all gave it a name. I come to school every day. Yo, how about those Knicks? Don't put no coat on me because I wear it well. I'll stretch that fucker out. And at the end of the game, I look at the screen. He hugs up on this chick. What's her name? Jody Jones or whatever her name is. And I said, who's that? And I put in, I even forget this brother's name, but I put his name in the search engine and put his girlfriend, and she popped up and took me right to her Instagram. And she shining. She's all of about what? 5'6", 5'7", 120 pounds, in shape, traveling the world with her black king. And I just did that to make, you know, the queens who give a shit mad. But, you know, that was a little bit of trolling. But, hey, man, series ain't over. For all I know, the Knicks could win 4 games in a row, right? That could happen. So, you know, my friends told me to watch it. I'm going to watch the series now. I'm just telling you what happened. I'm detached. But salute Rick Blackwell. I see the logo. Cop Aborigine, salute. Eric Jordan, salute. AC Boxing, Mark Hairston, Rod Neal, Mr. Shelton. Yes, sir. The Brothers UK, salute to you in that super chat. Much love, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My brother CB Sports TV. Snoop, what up, Snoop? Shogun. Ron Rico, what's going on, man? Yes, sir. Like the video, share the video, smash the like button. We are our own algorithm. YouTube does not like us. Hell yeah. Brother Reef. Tay, good morning. Jarrell Freeman, salute. Syriac, where you been? Salute to you, good brother. Derek Gaines, the legend. Oh, it jumped on me. Cortez, what up, man? Cortez Bowles in the building. YouTube tried to snatch his wrench, and when I did a short video on it, all of a sudden I was able to give it back to him. BVO, what's going on, brother? Michael Ray. Dill Spooley. Main Biker, Nicholas Levy, salute. Yep. Now, if y'all noticed the last 2 clowns on the one poster that says Dead or Alive, I have Alive X'd out. Y'all know why. Delano, what up? Y'all know why. Flyer Frequency, salute. Rick Timms, Bob, Todd Swindle, Dante in that super chat, salute. He said, what's good, my brother? Pulling everybody card. Oh, yeah. CT Fat Boy, what up? Oh, yeah. Pulling all the cards. All the cards. Salute, Dante. Thank you. Rick said Pacers in 5. Hey, man. Hey, man. Ratchet, what up? Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, so let's get to it, man. So thanks to our brother BFTB. He was notified that Devin got a list. And I'm excited about that. Oh, salute, Derek, man. Yeah, it's about the sport. And what we need to do is remove the unconditional fanatics and the posers out here, man. It's about the sport. And see, this right here, this list, this is why I fucks with Devin Haney. He put a name on it. Y'all ever had a situation, no matter how mature or immature, and someone comes to you and says, yo, man, look, I heard da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you said da-da-da-da, and then you did this, and you're like, no, I didn't do any of that. It's all a lie. But by the way, who told you that? And then the person that just told you this whole long drug out thing that you allegedly did, now they want to turn around and say, oh, no, I can't say. I don't want to say who told me. Man, please, get out my face, bro. Wordish Bond, get out my face. You're not helping me. The person who gave you that information, more than likely, they don't like me anyway. And you don't know that. You don't know that. But they're going to tell you some shit and you partially believe it, and now you're bringing it to my attention. If you ain't going to tell me who said it, then why don't say anything at all? You know me, you know my character. Sometimes people just, like ruckus. I ain't the one for that. I've dealt with that early in my life in junior high school. And I'm like, you know what? Look, if you ain't going to tell me who said that, might as well have kept this shit to yourself. Edgar, what up? I don't play none of that. Seen and unseen, what up? Might as well not tell me. Because you ain't helping me. Because 10 times out of 10, you tell me who it is. I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so? That dude don't like me. That bitch don't like me. So, of course, you're going to say something crazy. Man, get out of here. She a hoe. He a hoe. And that's the answer. Now, you go run tell them that and see what they do. Maggots. Devin put a name on it. He put about 10 names on it, right? Devin's on the hunt, man. Now, will he get to all of these fights? I would hope so. He got a lot of career left. If he don't get to these fights, who do y'all think the fault is going to be? That's going to be an interesting conversation to have. Because I know there's a lot of detractors that's going to jump up here and say, it's going to be Devin's fault because Bill a liar. Okay. I just want to know, who do you root for? Who do you support? And there's a few fighters on this list that were around at 135, and I don't want to hear it. Devin tried to fight all of them. That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. But he put a name on it because everybody's in their prime right now. All of y'all running around saying, oh, Devin's done. Devin's done. Oh, he can't come back from beating like that. Well, he sure did. He was sharp. He was precise. He sent Ramirez to the hospital. 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 When I do that, I do it for a reason. Again, remember Lomachenko? Remember that? Pillow fist, right? Loma went to the hospital after he cried. Okay, let's point that out. I'm not lying. Went in the locker room. He cried. We all have it on video and pictures. And he made, not enough of you knuckle draggers made memes about him crying. But don't worry, I did enough of that. Matter of fact, there's never enough. There's never enough. I should have put him crying in this meme right here. I should have did that. He was crying like a baby. He was crying like a bitch. Because he lost to Teofimo. Now he lost to Devin Haney. He couldn't get Tank's ass in the ring. They played politics. All right? So he was crying because he feels he's a stupid-ass victim. Then he says, why can I not breathe on my right side? That's because your ribs are broken. Oh, I should have stayed in war. I safer fighting Russians than Devin Haney. Ivan makes basket looking ass. Shaquille, salute. Antonio MMA, salute. He went to the hospital to get his ribs taped up. And everybody was mad. You knuckle draggers were mad. You house Negroes were mad. Y'all were all mad. Ivan makes basket. Y'all remember that? I remember Whoopi. They need to call Whoopi Goldberg. Y'all remember that movie, Eddie? When she was the head coach of the Knicks. Ivan makes basket. That's how his team sound. Yeah. Yeah, let me rock that. Yeah, this is all you Loma fans. Oh, y'all was upset. Y'all was upset. Then y'all jumped on Regis Prograde's nuts. Oh God. Then y'all want to party when Ryan cheated him, and then after all of this stuff happened, he cheating, and then y'all was like, nah, he ain't cheating. Okay. It wasn't enough in his system to do anything. Can I ask y'all a question? How do you, Coach Hudson in the building, salute. How do you inject a billionth of a gram of ostarine in your system? Can anybody even do that? How do you measure that? How do you do that? You fool ass, you idiots. It was in his system, and it's a ped, and there's a reason why it's on the ban list. And when you point that out, what do they start talking about? Victor Conti and children getting raped in a forest. And then when that failed, he started talking about he wants to resurrect George Floyd and kill him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. And then talked about how he was high on shrooms when he did it a whole year later. And that's the guy you support? Right. Y'all want to talk about Devin Haney's wife, his choice of woman? What did Ryan do? Did he not try and knock his girl's head off? She had to call the police on him. Did this guy not wreck a hotel room? Like $10,000 worth of damage? Had to get escorted out in the Magneto helmet? That's the guy you support? Check the fruit on the tree. This is who you choose to support over Devin Haney, who simply wants to keep it boxing. King Vonnie, salute. And he was robbed. Jeff Spark, my brother, salute. He was robbed. And you knuckle draggers sided with that clown. Like I said yesterday, I know who all of you are. Y'all stay on that side of the fence. Stay your ass right over there. Adrian, what up? Stay your ass over there. Don't come back. Do not come back. Stay your ass over there. I want to hear it. So this is what I love and respect about Devin Haney. He said these names. And I know there's going to be a lot of clowns that are going to be like, oh, well, you know, he say that, but he don't really mean it. My question is, why don't you think he don't mean it? Why do you think he's lying? Tell me. Why do you think he's lying? Why do you think he's lying? I'll wait. Hold on, I'm looking for this video. Y'all go ahead. Tell me why you think he's lying. Why you think that Devin is all cap? He talks about this is what he wants to do. Y'all don't know. Delusional ass fans. Cameron, salute, Cameron. You know who's a liar? Mellow Yellow.
You say before you retire you want to fight Devin and Shakur. Is that still the plan?
I never said that. When I said that, I never said that. But I would for sure. But I never said before I retire I want to fight them too. I never said that. You said
new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about in those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Just let him talk. Just let him talk. Hey, you want to hear something else? You know, this dude he's a duck. He's an absolute duck. An absolute duck. You want more proof? I'll give it to you. Remember this? Some dude named Black Belt Ben, who's in I forgot what chat I screenshot. No. You know what? I screenshot this from Blues Chat. You know, some of these dudes be cool. They just be misinformed, or they just black out when they are sexually attracted to a fighter, namely Tank. So Black Belt Ben says, you ninjas act like Tank trying to age these ninjas out. Tank is the oldest. Y'all remember that? Let me bring you up to speed.
That huge fight, they think it'll be Lomachenko. Do you think that will be the huge fight for you?
It's time for us to move and talk right here. Like I said before, we're not gonna call no particular fighter out. And it's not like we ducking or dodging anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible, extremely quick, because he's very, very old. Tank is probably 10 years or 11 years younger than Lomachenko. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. There's no rush, Tank. Your job is to continue to go out there and do what you're doing. You making the same money Lomachenko is making.
Okay, let's slow it down. Y'all see that? Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. This dude, Black Belt Ben, says Tank is the oldest. You see that? This video was it's like 5 years old. The video that not my video, but the video that when they interviewed him. Tank got the short hair with the waves. He ain't got as many tattoos. You see that? Just let them talk. Just let them talk. They will not disappoint me. Let's go ahead.
And you're doing it easier. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. 40 before you know it. 40 before you know it.
Move!
It's time for us to move and talk right here. Like I said before, we're not gonna call no particular fighter out. And it's not like we ducking or dodging anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible, extremely quick, because he's very, very old. Tank is probably 10 years or 11 years younger than Lomachenko. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. There's no rush, Tank. Your job is to continue to go out there and do what you're doing. You making the same money
He started talking about money. You see that?
Lomachenko is making. And you're doing it easier.
And you're doing it easier. Okay, I think I made my point. I think I made my point. All right. Delano, you never disappoint. Let's read what Delano typed. Black is right. Who's Black, by the way? Who you talking about? Thank you, Cameron. I'm just about to go there. This is wild work. I'm just gonna read what you said. I don't know who Black is, Delano, but he said Black is right, Drew. And by the why, I'm reading it how you wrote it, brother. If Haney is going to 147, he is saying he's done with Tank. So why is on the list? Tank is too small for 147. Come on, man. Oh, Jay Gray, you mean Black Lives? Yogi Bear? That nigga's weird. That nigga's weird. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Delano, and don't help him, y'all. Let me just ask Delano. Delano, where does Tank campaign at? At what weight? Delano, I'm just talking. Don't help him, y'all. Don't help him. Do not help him. Bob, salute. Where does Tank Davis campaign at? Thank you, Dank Father. You know, I wasn't even gonna go there, but that's the actual fact. 135, good. How much? What weight was Mario Barrios, who's on Devin Haney's hit list, by the way, because he's a champion now? What weight did Mario Barrios campaign at when Tank fought him? Just give me the weight, Delano. Just give me the weight. 140. How much does Jake Paul weigh?
Go!
How much does Jake Paul weigh? Hello. I just need a number. Jake Paul's like my weight. But how much does he weigh, Delano? Jake Paul, and he's 6'1" or 6 feet tall. I'm 6'2", 230 right now. All right. What the fuck? Delano. I said Jake Paul. Not your barber. Jake Paul. How much does Jake Paul weigh? Jake Paul, you know, the face of boxing. Thanks to y'all. How much does Jake Paul weigh? I asked you again. Maybe that was a mistake. Jake Paul. How much does he weigh? The one that just fought Mike Tyson. How much does Jake Paul weigh? What the Yo, Delano, stop, bro. You see, family? Oh, I prove it every day. Just let them talk. Delano, I'm gonna ask you one more time, brother. How much does Jake Paul weigh? Let me give you a hint. You gave me 2 wrong answers. Okay, that's your hint. JC, what's up, good brother? What's going on? The wheels of life, salute. Okay, you can. It's an open book exam, Delano. Look at the chat. Look at what people are. See a lot of 2s in there. If you don't know his real weight, all right. How about this? What weight? He just gave an interview. Judah, what up? What weight did he agree to fight Tank Davis at? Did you see it? He put a number on it. Did you hear it? Just tell me yes or no. Wendell, what up? Good to see you. Stephen X, my brother, salute. He agreed to fight Tank Davis. What weight did he agree to fight on at? What weight? Did you hear it? If you didn't hear it, just let me know. Yeah. This if you don't know, just let me know. It's okay. I don't know everything. But I know he's not 170 pounds. He's not. First you said 140. First you said 140, then you said 45. Now you're saying 170. What weight did he agree to fight Tank Davis at? Do you know? Delano, if you don't know, just say you don't know so I can move the show forward. If you don't know, just tell me you don't know. And I'll share it with you. It's okay. Damn, he's Googling it right now. Look in the chat, brother. It's an open book exam. Oh, you don't know? Okay. He agreed to fight Tank at 195. Who's heavier, Devin Haney or Jake Paul? Delano, who's heavier, Devin Haney or Jake Paul? Let me know. The math is done. What? Okay. All right. Delano, listen carefully. I want you to answer the question. I think. Okay. I just told you. You just said that Devin Haney's at 147 and he's not going down to 135, so you don't know why Tank is on the list. Tank Davis fought Mario Barrios at 140. That's not 135. Okay? Prince, what up? He agreed to fight Jake Paul. Jake Paul just agreed to fight Tank Davis, and he was going to come all the way down to 195. Devin Haney, you know, is at 147. Jake Paul is at 195. Who's heavier between the two men? King Style, salute. Deacon Dollars, what up, man? Where you been? Who's heavier, Jake Paul or Devin Haney? It's a simple question, brother. Lord have mercy. No. I asked you a question. Because you see, you're stepping in it now, brother. You're stepping in it. Drew, seriously, Jake Paul is a joke. How can you compare him to Haney? I didn't. So if he's a joke, why the fuck is Tank entertaining a fight with Jake Paul? Uh-oh.
What?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jake Paul is a joke. He's a novelty fighter. I don't want to see him in the ring with no real boxer who's ranked and trying to accomplish greatness. So why the fuck is Tank Davis entertaining a fight with him? I'm not asking you what you would do. Yo, Delano, stop moving the goalposts. I asked you a very simple question, man. Now, how the hell you say this and think you doing something, but your man Tank is seriously entertaining fighting him? I don't see Devin trying to fight him. I know my brother Kendall Gill tried to fight him and he ignored him because Kendall Gill would have kicked his ass. And it'd have ruined his brand. It'd have ruined Jake's brand. So he ignored the OG that's athletic. Kendall's about 6'7". He'd have beat the shit out of and he fights for real. He'd have beat the shit out of Jake. I can't be losing to no NBA player. I fight the sick one like Nick Robinson. So Delano, this statement right here is called killing yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, just let them talk. He says money. Okay, I'm done. And you agree with that. All this real competition, and you agree with that. And you see, this is the fundamental problem right here. All I wanted to do was to see somebody, when everybody was at 135, I wanted to see somebody clean this crap up. And the only person that did it was Devin Haney. Teofimo Lopez was dropping belts and moving up to and that's funny, right? When it was Teofimo's turn, if he didn't lose to George Kambosos, what did he say he was going to do? Did he not say he was going to drop the belts and make it harder for Devin Haney to become champion? Remember when he said, oh, you know what I was going to do with him? What is this obsession with him trying to stump Devin in his career path? What the hell is that? Now the 86 in that super chat. Salute, brother. He says salute, Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute, man. Thank you so much, brother. Always supporting in that super chat. Much love, man. Delano, I understand it's a money grab. Your man is exercising the money grab. So Devin's too big, as you're saying. Devin's too big, but Jake Paul ain't. And you justifying the money grab instead of Tank putting belt to ass on Devin. He didn't even want to put belt to ass on Shakur. Do I have to remind you what Coach Cal said to my brother Marco? Why would we want that fight? Shakur's not going to stand there and let us do what we do. You remember that? That happened. Said, what up, Said? That happened. I knew then that Mellow Yellow wasn't trying to put in no real work. He gets in there, lays an egg with Lamont Roach. You know what? He didn't lay an egg. Lamont Roach was just a better fighter that night. And in the rematch, he better be careful. Tank, he better be careful. Condo, my brother, salute. He better be real careful. They might not be so generous on the damn cards now. I don't know, Jarrell. I don't know why the app just shut down. You know, I'm talking about one of their lovers. I'm talking about Mellow Yellow. I'm be talking about Ryan. You know how Miguel do.
There he go. He talking about my babies. I'm gonna start zapping his live. Let me remove 10 people from this live. I don't like this Drew Titan guy.
What are you, a homo?
Spooning with his boyfriends. What you having for breakfast this morning? Waffle, bacon, eggs. What you having? A threesome. With Pete and Paul. Miguel, Pete, and Paul. Nothing says good morning than a penis in your mouth. Pillow biter. Flossing your teeth with all kinds of pubic hair. Yeah, Miguel, I'm talking about all your boo-boos. Deal with it. I document everything you do here. Chump. Anyway. Anyway. Back to the list. This is why I fucks with Devin, man. This is why I fucks with Devin. He put names on it. Now, will he get to everybody? There's people on this list that I know want to smoke, and they ain't gonna have no problem making these fights. Then there's others that I believe are gonna play politics and bullshit where it's unnecessary. Now, let me talk about Boots for a second. I'm just gonna go randomly. I'm not gonna go in order. Boots. I think Boots wants all the smoke, but unfortunately, who he's rocking with? Oh, word, Rick? Of course they did. Yep. That's why I'm gonna hit it again for them.
What are you, a homo?
Oh shit. Bob, that is hilarious. Yeah, Tank should be more careful. That is funny as hell. But Boots, no problem he has. He aligned himself with that Brit, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is doing for Boots. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. Eddie Hearn is doing for Boots what he did for AJ. And it's not going to work. Because people in America don't view Boots like how they in the UK viewed AJ. They wanted to protect AJ at all costs because they like his straight teeth and his brown skin and his six-pack and his legs. Listen, that's all y'all talked about. I was talking boxing. Every time I turned around in comparison to Wilder, y'all wanted to talk about body parts. It was the gayest thing I ever heard. But hey, roll with it. That's what y'all wanted to protect him from. And to this day, pun intended, to this day, we still ain't got that fight. Still don't have it. And that was his fault. It's Eddie Hearn's fault. That was AJ's fault. Still don't have it. So now Boots is over there. The fight's on the table. I mean, you already see what he's saying about Stormin' Norman. And in my opinion, to me, Brian Norman Jr. is the most dangerous fight on this wanted list. That's my opinion. That's the most dangerous fight right there. Norman Jr. got cracks, for real. Scott, what up? You said, Delano, please stop, bro. Stop. This whole show is deeper than Tank Davis. And you know, I knew I should have left him off this list, man. I really started to. Because all of his fanatics talking about Devin too big and Tank too little. Oh, wait, we back to that again. But he fought Barrios at 140. Didn't want to go up and fight Josh Taylor at 140. He fought Barrios at 140. Regis Prograis was aggressively calling his name, and he's not too big. They're the same size and stature. It's just a 5-pound weight difference, but stop acting like Tank can't make 140 because he did it already and caught a knockout. And now he's talking about fighting Jake Paul at 195. This is why I started to leave Tank off the damn list, but I put him up here because it was funny. So what was his best win? I don't know. We had this conversation yesterday, Delano. You said he has the best resume at 135, and I said, how could that be when Teofimo was unified, George Kambosos was unified, Devin Haney became undisputed, all of those belts was moving around, and what was Tank doing? He gave you 2 Garcias. And what else? At 135. He gave you Hector Garcia, Ron Garcia, and who else? What did Ron Garcia do? What belt did he hold? All right, please, let's stop. I'm talking here. This ain't about Tank. Tank is a joke. Philip D in the building. Salute. Scott Lenahan. I'm sorry, my brother. In that super chat, much love and appreciation. He said, question for Drew in chat. Tony Hopkins winner at 160? Sheesh. I got to get back to you on that. I wanted to see that. That would have been a dogfight. I'd go with Tony, though. I'd give it some more thought. At 160, Tony. Lights out, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop the link. You know, I thought I had allergies. I was fighting a cold this whole time. Y'all come up. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Devin's list. Y'all let me know what problems y'all have with his list. Let's talk about it. I'll let you shoot your shit. Just don't come up here being rude. We ain't got to do all of that. We're having a conversation. You're entitled to your opinion. I just would like for you to back up your opinions with facts. That's all. That's all. Just back it up with facts. In the meantime, I know he wants Mario Barrios because he got a belt. He washes Mario Barrios. Wait a minute. Oh no. Ricardo Lopez has can't. Damn, man. Prayers up to that brother, man. Finito Lopez, man. Damn, man. Cancer's a motherfucker, man. Shit is whack, bro. Prayers for him and his family, man. Damn. Delano, you were here yesterday. I told you his best win. I told you. In fact, you said it. And I said to you, if those are his best wins, he's not the same universe as Devin. You said Rolly Romero, man. You said that. I'm not even on that type of time, man. You can stand in the pocket and try and justify everything Tank does. You could do that. You could do that. I'm not. Hold on. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, man. Mario Barrios got a fight coming up with Manny Pacquiao. What the fuck is that? Hey, look, Mario, get your money, but look, man, put that dog to sleep. I'm done with that shit, man. Put that dog to sleep, man. Put him to sleep. Manny Pacquiao's 46 years old. Fuck out of here. So, but wait, hold on. Let's entertain something. Let's have fun with this. Have fun with this. Mario Barrios gets into the ring with Manny Pacquiao and loses. Now Manny Pacquiao's a champion. What does that do? What does that do? Tell me, what does that do? That shakes shit up, don't it? Salute to G McCall in that Cash App. Much love and appreciation, brother. He says, Dev is my pound for pound number one because he want all the smoke. You goddamn right. This is an extensive list. Everybody's in their prime, and there's no excuse other than for them not wanting it. Money's not the issue here. Money's not the... Noah, what up? Money's not the issue. What's going on here? Man, I'm telling you, man, this is funny. Hold on, I'm multitasking, y'all. Give me a second. Send somebody something. Donana says, where did Africa come from? They're all in the same division. Africa called his name. He said his name. But Africa got beef with he has some work ahead of him with George Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he made the list. I like it. Africa had some choice words for Devin, and how do you solve it? AJ Moore, you see what I'm saying? I had to be patient, man. I got to be patient. I got to be patient. Where did Africa come from? You know who won't fight Africa? Tank. Because Tank don't like fighting people without an advantage. He don't like fighting people that punch back. He says, why not Tevin Farmer? Okay. Let me ask Tank the same question. Why not Tevin Farmer? See how that works? Devin Haney put out an extensive list. And your Tank fan, as you can see, is still putting work on this list ain't good enough. He's still putting work on Tevin Farmer. No disrespect to Tevin, but Tevin just lost his last fight. He just lost. And it was a hard, tough fight against Zepeda. But you're asking why not Tevin Farmer. I'm asking Tank, why Jake Paul? You see how this works? That's why I tell y'all to stop it. That's why I tell y'all to stop it. And not quiet is kept. The reason why Tank never fought Tevin Farmer is because I think Tevin Farmer would have out-hustled him down the stretch. Tank's not used to people punching him back. Not used to that. No weight advantages. No moles in the camp. None of that. When it's a level playing field, when they properly hydrate, all of a sudden, Tank becomes normal. You feel me? Yeah, G. McCall lost his last 2, but he wants Tevin Farmer on the. All right, check this out, Delano. What if I put Tevin Farmer on the list? You happy now? I just played for you, Tank lying. Rico Savo in the building. Yeah, Tank Frank's in the chat. Exactly. But this is how we deal with him. Delano says, what was Ryan and Rolly doing? Getting knocked out by Tank. That's what they were doing. You know what Devin was doing the whole time? Trying to get a fight with Tank. Why ain't he fight him? See how that works? The Tank is an A side. Why ain't he fight him? This is the AJ shit all over again. You're the A side. What the fuck did you want? Come on. What did you want Deontay else to fight with one hand? Hopping on one foot? You can fight me but have no camp? What? Deontay was literally giving him everything. Then he tried to flat fee him and all kinds of weird shit, man. He said, man, you know what? This dude don't want to fight. Asked for $50 million. He said, check your email. And then he says, I'm not selling my soul for $50 million. That boy didn't want to fight. And what was the detractor saying? Deontay ain't got that money. He never made that money. Well, back then, he probably didn't. But between Finkel and Al Heyman, they had resources to foot the bill for what AJ asked for. He put a number on it. Snacks, what up? I remember all of this? Racist Ryan, right there. Wanted dead, not alive, wanted dead. Get out of here, man. Get it back in blood, right? What happened? Why this dude not answering his phone? Where the interviews? Where's the trolling on Instagram? Where is it? Where is he right now? What is he doing right now? Tell me. He said, yo, let's get it. I got through my fight unscathed. I sent Ramirez to the hospital with broken ribs. So the few punches I did land hurt him. You idiots, what did y'all want Devin to do? Oh, I know what you wanted him to do. You wanted him to behave like how he behaved against Ryan. What did we say? Devin fought the wrong fight. In his heart of hearts, he says, you know what I gotta do is catch this guy. Made for an exciting fight, didn't it? You thought you was gonna get that this time? No, he says, you know what? I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna box. And that's what he did. And he got out that fight unscathed. Outpointed Ramirez, which is what boxing is. Broke his ribs, slumped his face up, and sent him to the hospital. You know what Devin did? He took a shower, came back and sat ringside and watched Rolly Romero knock Ryan Garcia on his ass. And he blew the stare down. There was supposed to be a stare down. Noah. Great point. They want Drew. He says, Drew, they want Devin to fight like Boots. Yeah. And I got love for Boots. But Boots gets into these exchanges that I feel is unnecessary. I don't like how he throws two or three combinations, and then when he backs out the pocket, his head is straight in the air. Somebody with a long enough reach is going to catch him. He does it every fight. And guys that are not fast enough, that are not as talented enough, they're not catching him. But you know what the kryptonite for that shit is? Brian Norman. Stormin' Norman. He get out that pocket with his head in the air like that, one time, Norman gonna catch him. And by the way, Brian Norman Jr. is on this list. And to me, he's the most dangerous person on this list. Stormin' Norman, yes. So Boots has business with Norman. That fight ain't happening because of who? Eddie goddamn Hearn. Eddie Hearn just tried to show, because Norman is I think he might be in Japan right now. He got some business to take care of. Not an easy fight either. Yeah, Xavier, I heard that too. That's a rivalry. And what did Eddie Hearn say about Norman? He said he's hiding in Japan. So already he's shitting on Norman. He's painting this narrative that Norman don't want the fight. Listen, Eddie, we've been on this ride with you before. We know how it ends. For the amount of time that you're working with Boots, you're going to make sure that Boots does not fight Brian Norman while painting this picture that the fight's not happening because of Norman. Big Joe Townsend, salute. And I call bullshit on that. I call bullshit on that, man. Yeah, Hen Dog, Eddie's doing it again. That's why I ain't make no videos about it, because I've been here with him. The Queen, Sugar Free Mars in the building. Salute, my queen. How are you? Brooklyn on deck. Kamara, what up? Y'all already know what time it is. Michael Ray, exactly. It's Wilder AJ all over again. That's why I didn't give it no energy. I know where it's going. I know where it's going. So I'm not looking for Norman and Boots to lock horns. What I do know is enter Devin Haney. This young man means what he says. So if Brian Norman can't get the boot smoke after he takes care of business in Japan, Devin already said his name. Africa has Cambosis issues. He has to win that fight. That's not an easy fight. And George Cambosis says, man, I'm used to winning in New York. It's my second home. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? He might be right. He might be right. I don't think he's lost here. He might be right. Who knows? Messenger, what up? But this is the hit list, y'all. Don't nobody got nothing to say? Where the Devin detractors at? Oh, he don't mean it. He ain't gonna. He put names on it. Shitty cuz, whatever. OG Mr. Mart. Salute, brother. Hold on. Salute, OG.
What's going on, Drew?
Yes, sir, man. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing out there in the big city of New York?
Yes, the weather's horrible out here, man. I'm fighting this cold. Tony C, what up? I'm fighting this cold, and it's 50 degrees today. Jesus Christ.
We sunny out here.
Hey, I need that. Tired of this. That's nice, man. Damn. It's out here raining.
Yeah. Are we just giving our opinion on what we think of these fights?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you scroll through them for me so I can talk about them one by one?
Okay, let's go with Barrios. Devin versus Mario Barrios. If he gets past Manny Pacquiao.
I think that's an easy fight for Devin, in my opinion. His footwork is just not good enough, and I just think Devin will pick him apart easy.
Yeah, I think that's an easy fight too. Let's go Shitty Cuz. Devin versus Shitty Cuz.
Shakur, right? That's Shakur, right?
Yep.
Man, that's a tough fight. Both of them are excellent at distance. I don't know about that one. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. That's a 50-50 fight.
It is. It is. Gonna have to trap that kid.
Yeah.
But I think that I think most people who are hardcore Shakur fans, for whatever reason, I think they have more faith in his abilities than he does, because the time for Shakur to have gotten Devin was when the fight was offered to him for undisputed at 135, because Devin was significantly drained. And Shakur didn't do it.
Yeah.
Jay Bean, salute. He didn't do it. So that was alarming for me. And he says, oh, I know my worth. Okay, you know your worth. And then you got in there with De Los Santos. You ain't make nearly the amount of money. You wasn't on pay-per-view. There was no belts involved. And they shit on you. You know what I mean? So it was very strange. So, you know, I'll lean towards Devin 60-40.
Yeah.
Now,
Devin has a lot more world-class experience. I mean, so I wouldn't have an issue with someone leaning towards Devin. But, you know, at this point, I'd say it's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, let's go Richardson Hitchens.
That's another a pretty good fight, simply because Richardson Hitchison kind of remind me of Devin, the way he throws his jab. He has a real good jab, just like Devin. But I still think Devin had better footwork and more world-class experience. So I'd have to say 60-40 Devin.
Okay. This is going to be an aggressive fight. Conor Benn.
That one right there, that I don't know about that kid, man. I don't know if he's still on the juice or not. But I think he fights out of control, in my opinion. He does a lot of jumping in and just basically out of control. So I think he's somebody that Devin could pick apart. I mean, but Devin has to be careful because the kid got power. And like you said, he's very, very aggressive. But I just think he's out of control with it. So, I just think Devin might be able to pick him apart. Now, your big kid, as compared to Devin, he'll fall all the way up at close to 168. So, that's just a fight Devin I have to be careful with. But I do think Devin could beat Conor Benn because, Devin back to his old self to where where couldn't nobody touch him. So I think I still favor Devin. 55-45.
Okay. Let's see. Boots.
Oh man.
It's tough, right?
I don't know about that one. Yeah. The main flaw I've seen with Boots is being able to cut off the ring. Now, as far as him, like you said earlier, falling back with his head straight up in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Devin got enough power to hurt him, but he definitely could catch him, and score some points. Boots got a hell of a chin, man. I'm talking about. He got a chin on him. So, I don't know. That's a fight that I would watch, and I like Boots. I like Devin. And that's one of those fights I just like to watch just for it to pick my brain because they both are very, very skilled. So yeah. I'm on counter. I ain't gonna make no pick on that
Okay, we got a couple more. Keyshawn.
That's another good fight.
Yeah, it is.
Keyshawn is getting better and better and better. Now, the issue that I have with fighters like Keyshawn and Abdullah Mason, who are all very, very good fighters in my opinion, is they've only fought one particular style. They fought mostly Mexican fighters that stand right in front of them. Now, the last guy Keyshawn beat was, I don't know whether he was Ukrainian or, well, anyway, he was a come forward fighter who was right there in front of Keyshawn. And the one fighter that wasn't right there in front of Keyshawn was the Albright kid. He gave Keyshawn some problems. Now, you throw Devin in that mix. That's something that he has never seen before. It's probably, except for in the amateurs, and I'm probably sure he gets some pretty good sparring. But I think Devin is just on another level. I'm gonna say Devin 55-45 simply because Devin has world class experience. He done fought every style at this point. So
yeah,
I mean that's a very, very difficult fight for Keyshawn. You know, I think it'll be up to Keyshawn to try to figure Devin out. So I got it 55-45 for Devin.
All right, last one for you, and this is the one that concerns me the most. This is the one that concerns me the most. And salute to the General, 78 Sports TV in the building. Salute to you, man. Salute Drew, panel in the chat, man. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. Salute to the General. This is the one that concerns me the most. Okay, Brian Norman, Stormin' Norman.
Yeah, man.
That right there.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something, Drew. I don't think he's as good as he's gonna get, man. If you gonna get him, you better get him now, because I see him getting better and better and better each fight. And the thing about it is, it's almost like the kid has his gloves is loaded, because he is as heavy-handed as I've seen in a young fighter.
I have it on good authority that kid is. I think he's the hardest puncher on this list.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. His hands are heavy, and I'm talking about thudding punches. Now, as far as him and Devin, I think Devin's footwork is just a little bit too much for Norman. I just hope Devin doesn't. I would just hope Devin, would have the wherewithal to not to try to trade with Norman.
Right. Do not do that. Hell no.
Yeah, he's heavy-handed, but like I said, he's getting better and better, and I think he's gonna end up being a champion in a couple of other weight classes, man. As soon as he reaches his peak. But right now, I mean, people complained. They complained about Devin's last fight, but what people don't realize was that fighter that we seen in this last fight of Devin was the fighter that he was before he got to Jorge Linares. And from Jorge Linares on up, he started, he kind of changed who he was, trying to entertain the fans. But he just kind of converted back to who he was, the guy who couldn't be touched. So, I still have to favor Devin in that fight, simply because, like I said earlier, world class experience. And his footwork is so much better than just about everybody on that list, with the exception of Shakur. So I would say another 55-45 for Devin.
Yeah, Norman, to me, it's just my opinion, y'all. Norman is the scariest guy on this list, man. The scariest guy on this list. Norman is no effing joke, and y'all know Tay Jones knows the Normans personally, and he's been telling me about Norman for like the last 4 years, bro. So this kid ain't no joke. There was a sparring match between Brian Norman and Bud, and y'all asked Tay Jones how that went. Don't ask me. Tay was there.
Yeah, he probably just caught Boo because, like I said, the kid's hands are heavy, man.
That dude's hands is ridiculous. So let me go around the panel, man. Salute to you, OG Mr. Mont, man. Much love, man. Thank you so much. Let me go around the panel. K-Rod, you was up. Then it was BBO, and then Insane Talking, and Coach Eddie. K-Rod, salute to you, brother.
Hey, how's it going, Drew?
Chilling, brother. What you think about the list?
I think it's a pound for pound #1 type of list, you know. Well, taking away from like the Ryan Garcia, but yeah, I think Devin Haney, if he beats every single one of those guys on that particular name, that'll make him literally the best fighter hands down.
What would be the hardest fight to make on this list, in your opinion, K-Rod? The hardest fight to make by way of business? Because Devin wants all the smoke. If these fights don't happen, it's gonna be because of the business. Now, in your opinion, what do you think would be the hardest fight to make by way of this dumbass business?
Yeah, in my opinion, respectfully, I think it's gonna be Shakur Stevenson. At one point, I was gonna say Teofimo Lopez, but I feel like if Teofimo, you know, if he can. I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Like, I apologize.
Say again. I didn't get that.
Yeah. Like I said, that the hardest fight to make, in my opinion, for Devin would be the Shakur Stevenson fight, because I think Shakur Stevenson, he's not going to come to the table fair with Devin. I think Devin would have a much harder time trying to get that fight.
Okay. Salute to Sugar Free Mars in that super chat. Much love and appreciation, my queen. Says blessings for my big bro. Salute to you, queen. Y'all make sure I go subscribe to Sugar Free Mars. She be cooking. Salute to you, queen. Salute. Let's go to BBO, my brother BBO. Uh-oh, he fell off. All right, let's go to Insane Talk, NBA, NFL box. What's good, brother?
Oh, what's going on with it, Drew? What's going on? Hey, I got Devin smoking everybody on that list, right? What I really want to tap in and say is I think that Tank Davis was on PEDs when he fought Frank Martin. That's all I really want to say. I really believe that.
Damn.
I don't see no testing from dude or nothing like that. So I think dude was on PEDs. But yeah, I think Devin smoked everybody on that list. And I'm up out of here. Good looking out, Drew, for letting me on.
No doubt, brother. Oh, shit. Yo, salute, man. Salute. Coach Eddie, man. Coach. Excuse me. I'm fighting this cold, y'all. Coach Eddie, salute to you, good brother.
Hey, salute to you, good brother. How's it going?
I'm going great, man. What's up, brother? Your opinion?
Yes, a legendary list, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. Well, That's my true opinion. I think Devin beats everybody on that list. There's 3 guys on that list that's gonna give him problems, and I would favor Boots to beat Devin.
Okay.
I would favor Connor Ben and Brian Norman to give Devin fits. See, everybody else on that list, he's going to Devin could box, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Devin could outbox those other guys because he will be able to contain those other guys with his skill, his ring savvy, his experience. Those other guys are going to come. They're going to make him fight.
Yeah.
So Devin's going to have to fight those 3 guys I mentioned. He's going to have to fight them. You know, we know Boots will fight. And I know I've been knowing Brian Norman Jr. You know, I'm down here in Atlanta. I watched this kid. He's 14 years old.
So you know,
just running through. I'm talking about running through people. I'm talking about people showing up at the weigh-in during the amateurs, and then come fight time, nowhere to be found because they seen who they were matched up, who they were matched up against.
Oh, so let me ask you a question. You heard about the Norman and Bud sparring? You had to. I
was there. They did over there. They were over there in Granite. They sparred at Granite City, if I remember correctly. Over there, yeah, man. Brian is no joke, man. Matter of fact, Brian sparred one of my fighters, man, and he's a pretty Stephen Blunt. God rest his soul. He got shot by the police, but he sparred one of my fighters. Right, my fighter jumped in with him, and I'm talking about within 20 seconds, he jumped out. He said, "Man, this man hit too hard." The dude jumped out of the ring, and so he said, "How much did dude weigh?" He said, "This dude hit too hard," and he got out of the ring. And my guy was like 18-1 when he sparred Brian Norman.
Yeah, listen, everybody keeps saying, you're like the fifth person that's just been around. And they all say that. Now, I don't know if you know Tay Jones personally. Do you know him personally?
Now, I don't know T.
So, but what I'm saying is, family, I want the chat to understand. People that don't know each other been around Brian, and they all say the same shit. That kid is strong, man.
Yo, the kid is violent. Not only that, he is a violent individual, man. That's what I'm talking. He's a violent person. It's like me and his dad. His dad, Brian Norman Sr. We about the same age. I've been knowing Brian Norman Sr. for a long time. We both fought around the same time, but his son is a violent individual, man. I'm talking about this is the type of kid who loves to spar. You have to tell him to get out of the ring. Say, no, we ain't sparring today. He wanted to spar everybody in the gym. He's a violent individual. He is a rough. He is a dog. He has that dude's a problem, man. And I'm saying the Devin to fight those guys, the Conor Benz, the Boots, and the Brian Norman. He's gonna have to fight those guys. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to hit those guys. He's gonna have to get their respect. That's gonna be like a legendary type of fight.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna have to dig deep if he wants to beat those guys, man. Because that's no cakewalk. The rest of them other guys, I think they'll be competitive up to a point. But I believe that Devin's class will show, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The three names you mentioned, I think I agree with you. Those three names you mentioned are the toughest fight for Devin to call them out. Though Boots is a problem, Brian Norman is definitely a problem, and Conor Ben, especially from the performance that I saw the other week when he fought Eubanks. I'm like, shit, and when both those men were out of gas, he kept throwing, man. Now there was some discrepancies, but those on this list, those are the problem fights right there. And I personally, I think if Devin could get at least 80% of these fights, because some of these fights just aren't going to happen. I think him versus Brian Norman is a super fight. I think it'll do great for Brian Norman. It's a great opportunity. I like to see that kid get shine. And I think he'll be great for Devin Haney because he just wants to work. He wants to work, man, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. I really agree with you on that. I really agree with you. Delano in the chat asked me, where's Speedy Rashidi Ellis in this? Nowhere.
Yeah,
nowhere.
He on the shelf, man.
Brother. Yeah, man. I mean, you tell me what he's doing.
He's out there doing Team Combat League.
Yeah, I mean, Speedy Rashidi dropped the ball because remember we was talking about him versus Boots last year. That was a talked about fight, but Speedy Rashidi got in there and lost against what's his name? Because Boots ended up fighting the dude that beat.
Bill?
Yeah. And Boots washed him. So there goes Speedy Rashidi. Monster Musa, my brother, salute, man. What you got?
Oh, man. I want to put it like this. What's up, big bro? What's up, panel? What's up,
Yes,
chat?
sir.
I got Devin over everybody. Let me break it down. By everything that Devin I went through for his ups and downs, his experience, he beating everybody. First with Shakur Stevenson. I see him standing in the pocket with Shakur Stevenson, how he did with Ryan, and stopping Shakur Stevenson or winning big. With T.O., he embarrasses T.O. I see T.O. quitting. With Conor Ben, the clinch counter, that's what's going to win against Conor Ben. Box, clinch, touch him. With Barrios is target practice. Easy win. With Boots, I see it going 8-4. Devin winning early and Boots playing catch up. With B. Norman, it's going to be, if you remember Floyd versus Diego Corrales Chico, if Devin can box and fight like that, he watches B. Norman, have him playing catch up and win easy. That's just my opinion, everybody, how I see it. Was that everybody?
Yeah, you know, the last three assholes, I just have them up there for comical comical reasons. Tank, T.O. and
with Tank, it's a KO because that'll never happen because Tank already KO'd himself. And who else you have, big bro?
Tia Female and
he quitting. Yeah, he quitting. But yeah, that's my opinion on the fight. Love everybody. I'm out.
No doubt, brother. Salute to you, brother. BVO, you good, brother? BVO, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, salute to my brother Drew, man, in the chat. I'm only worried on the deal, and that's Brian Norman, because he beating people dead. You look at him,
he is, bro.
Well, and I know Devin is not gonna move against him because Brian is one of them guys that'll tap that ego and make you be out of character. So that's the only thing I was worried about that fight. Keyshawn, because he got Bomac. And people don't realize the only Achilles heel I got for Devin is he don't have the traditional experienced trainer that can elevate what he is. Because we see what Bomac is doing with him. And people probably don't remember Eddie Futch. Eddie Futch got 3 of the losses on Muhammad's record. Why is that? He know how to fight him. He knows stuff that other people didn't know. And I like Bill, but I don't know if Bill is the guy when it comes to a trainer just as good. Because I don't know if he's had a trainer like a Bomac to go against another chess player. And that's going to be tough. But I think he should do well against Barrios. I mean, Barrios' biggest claim to fame was getting beat by Little Red, and then he got laced by Keith Thurman. So he about to get laced by the old man, too. I mean, he stinks. But other than those two, I would say I would hope that Devin stay away from B. Norman. I would just duck him if I was Devin. I'm just being real. I would just duck him because he beat niggas dead. Have you watched that?
Nah, you don't duck that.
He beating people dead, bro. And I like Devin, you know that. But the way he beat niggas dead, I would leave him alone.
No, because if you duck him, then that's just not who Devin is. You fight it.
Listen, they're gonna talk shit about Devin no matter what he do.
Now let me respond.
Go ahead.
It's true that sometimes people like for instance, you mentioned about Bill not being able to outcoach Bomac. Well, that's when you add to the team to do things that you can't do. Now, what Bill does have is access. And one of the things that I noticed in this camp, I told you I was talking to Shane Mosley in front of the building for like 2 hours. And what's his name? From Floyd's camp. That holds the pass for Floyd. Oh God, I had a brain fart.
You talking about Nate?
Huh?
You talking about Nate Jones?
Nate Jones.
Nate Jones, he was there. So, 1 minute they're saying they're gonna destroy Ramirez, and then come fight night, they did something different. Now, I ain't gonna tell you the conversation I had because that's not for the audience to hear. But I knew what was gonna go on. The goal was to get out of that fight unscathed. My point is, these guys at this level, they know their limitations, whether you're a fighter or you're or a trainer. And when you see trainers add to their camp, that means they understand their limitations and understand what they need to do, and they understand that their fighter needs different looks. So Bomac is brilliant, but he also has to have the talent to match his brilliance. What's the point in having the nice coach if the fighter can't execute? Which is why I said that everyone has to pay attention when Coach Cal told us he don't want Tank in the ring with Shakur because he's not going to stand there and let them do what they do. I said, okay, then he knows the limitations of Tank Davis. He knows it. So I think that Bill at this level, they have it under control, and they showed that. That's just my opinion on that.
And I know you guys are cool for sure, but I'll say just for me, the little text I did back with my man Big Head Mosley, he wanted to kind of do something a little different. From what he was saying to me, he wanted to do some things different, but I think Bill had the final say. And what I'm saying is this, and it's not against Bill, but when you get to what you see, Devin is a Kobe Bryant. And when I say Devin is a Kobe Bryant, he's not the most naturally gifted. He's not the tallest. He's not the strongest. He's not the most talented. A lot of that is all hard work and discipline. Like Devin's greatest attribute is his mind and the fact that he can stick to a game plan. I honestly think if he wouldn't have lost his coach in Floyd Sr., I think we talking about a guy who probably could have been the best fighter in the world.
Well, what you just said, I beg to differ because his contemporaries ain't fighting him. Ryan don't want to fight him with a clean slate. Tank been running from him. He beat the shit out of Loma.
Well, he ain't beat the shit out of Loma. I hear what you're saying. He ain't beat the shit out of Loma. He beat him, but he ain't beat. Because I thought he was about to stop there.
He made the man cry and sent him to the hospital. Made him cry, and they opened the rematch. That's what he did.
No,
that's
man.
what happened.
Man, you know he was crying. He was crying just to be crying, man. He a baby, man. But I get what you're saying. I'm just more or less saying when I look at Devin, I feel like for what we want, for what I want to see him become. I don't know if he got to get with Ben Davidson more. I know you said bringing people in. I just think when you get to where he's going to go, you got to get somebody to really help elevate him. And I think, could you imagine Devin with Bomac? I mean, it's just little things that these great trainers bring to you that people don't think about. Maybe I'm just a boxing nerd, man, who really seen trainers make guys look better than they ever did. You know, prime example is Ken Norton. Ken Norton I wouldn't say the most talented guy, but he beat Ali 3 times, in my opinion, because of Eddie Futch and what Eddie was showing him. So I just think,
well, what's crazy is my dad went to all 3 of those fights. He said the same thing. There was something about Norton, and Stormy brought this to my attention. All those fights that Ali had a hard time. You know, that was Eddie Futch, because Eddie Futch knew Ali very well.
Yeah, three of the 5 losses came from Eddie fighters, and it's just one of the things is, I'm telling you, man, people, because now everything is so microwave, it's just like you seeing with Tank. Tank is finding out that, hey, these dudes I grew up with, this Mickey Mouse popcorn backyard shit is not gonna work, because he got in there with a dude who's okay, but we seen Jamel Herring, you know, put paws on, and he going life and death with him. And I think that's because he got away from Kevin Cunningham.
Kevin Cunningham.
Trainers matter, man. Trainers matter. People think it's because a guy got talent. That don't mean shit. If you ain't got somebody to show you how to implement it and how to make it better, because I'm telling you, I feel in my heart, man, if Devin would have had his personal trainer he's supposed to have and Floyd Senior, I don't think nobody could beat him. Because I just think he just needs that teacher to show him some things. Because he can mimic anybody. I seen fights where Devin looked like Jamel Charlo. I done seen fights where he looked like Floyd. What I want to get somebody to show Devin who is Devin and what Devin does great. That's all I'm saying when I look at Devin. He just, to me, he a trainer away, man. And it's not nothing to build. Sometimes you gotta say, you know, I did my thing. Now let me go manage his career. But I think Devin's terrific, man. I definitely do. He's trying to fight everybody. I give him credit. And you know, I used to be a big T.O. guy, but he's a racist piece of shit. So I don't think Boots would be anywhere on the list, because I think T.O. gonna lace that dude. But that's just me.
Jesus Christ. All right, review. Salute you, Coach Hudson in the building, man. Salute you, good brother. What you got?
Man, peace, brother. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Peace to the family. Hey, man, you know where I stand. Devin the Dream Haney over everybody. I've been listening to this stuff, man. Hey, check it out. Bill Haney has done a better job with Devin Haney than any trainer or father-son combo in the history of boxing. Bill Haney is the only man to take his son, skip the plantation, skip the Olympics, and get his son to this level. Bill Haney does not just say, hey, it's my way or the highway. Bill Haney has been taking his son wherever the smoke is, wherever the teachers are, all over this nation since Devin Haney was 15 years old. This idea that, you know, Bill Haney needs to move, or Bill Haney brings people in, but at the end of the day, he has his son's best interest than anybody else. Devin Haney, now let's get down to the boxing part. When Devin Haney was hit with that shot by Linares, we have never seen him get hit with that shot again. What people don't realize is when Devin Haney is tested, he downloads what he went through, and you never see him make that mistake again. When he went against Ramirez, did you all see him get hit with one left hook? No, you did not, because he downloads his test. Now, Brian Norman Jr. is a great fighter. Boots is a great fighter. T.O., even though he is a racist piece of shit, he is a great fighter. Who else y'all talking about? All these guys are great fighters. Barrios, all that. Devin Haney will box their socks off. If Brian, the issue with Brian Norman Jr. is he has not been tested on a world champion stage over and over again yet to be able to stay calm. Some of his best attributes, if he went against Devin the Dream Haney right now, would be an issue, because when he wants to fight, Devin would box. again, where Brian Norman Jr. is good at, that killer instinct, that hard hitting shot that he has in both hands at that. When he tries that with Devin the Dream Haney right now, I believe Devin would box his socks off. Boots, the stuff that Boots gets away with when he boxes a Stanionis, he would not be able to get away with that with Devin. He would box his socks off. Tio already know what's up. Half these guys already know that Devin was whooping on them when he was a teenager. This idea that because, and it's crazy because we didn't start hearing this talk until Devin lost to Ryan. When Devin was at 135, it was, well, when this guy's gonna fight him, when this. He was doing fine. He was coming up in the rankings. When he dropped Regis, everybody was like, oh shit, it looked like his grown man strip is coming in. But now all of a sudden, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Check this out. It's Devin the Dream Haney over everybody. And I don't want to hear nothing about this person needs to duck this person. I'm happy we're having this conversation because now we have warriors in a division that can fight each other. And everybody needs to run it with everybody. Everybody need to catch that fade. And Devin the Dream Haney is him on top of everybody right now. Until proven otherwise, you're going to have to show me somebody can beat Devin the Dream Haney. But Bill Haney can stay right where the hell he is. He can bring people in just like he brought Mosley in. He can still get Floyd Sr. to come help out. But Bill Haney needs to be right where he is because we have already seen that the establishment has a plan to lynch Devin the Dream Haney and any other elite black fighter that is on the journey that Devin the Dream Haney is. And I land my plane there. God bless the mighty LDBC.
And salute. And I'm going to say this, man. Do you know why I say that Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney is a super fight? What do they have in common, y'all?
Them fathers.
They're fucking fathers. Thank you.
Come on.
That's why I say, that's why I hold Brian Norman Jr. to a whole high standard. I want that brother to succeed because in my mind, and no one has to agree, but in my mind, that's a super fight because they're very talented. Junior deserves it. And I love seeing a black father in his son's corner putting in that type of work. And of course I support them because they're black. I say that proudly. And I would love to see those two men break bread with each other and put on a performance and make the best man win. And I think Brian deserves that. I think Devin needs to clean this list out and get what he can. BBO's back. Get what he can and make it happen, man. Now all these fights are gonna happen, but I would love for Brian Norman to be the last one standing and they just break bread and make the best man win, man. But the fact that they ain't running from no smoke, man, I love this, man. BBO, you back? What's good, man?
Oh, man, whenever I hear my man Dr. King up there, I always got to say what's up, man. Dog, I'm telling you, Brian is beating niggas dead. There's a reason, and I'm not saying this because me and Senior is cool. There's a reason why they running from this dude. This country dude, he don't even talk, man. He just go in there and beat niggas to death. That's the only fight you really got to worry about.
And see, that's the difference. That's why Devin should fight him, man. And that's what boxing is. That's you don't duck. You said he should duck him? Come on, brother. You don't do that.
Man, come on. Let's not play it with him. See Sugar Ray Leonard duck Aaron Pryor, man. This is not unusual.
That's not accurate, bro.
That's tough.
I know that was that was the rumor because I was told the same thing, but that's not necessarily accurate. That's not necessarily.
I know about the whole 750,000 and all that, but the fact is this: he didn't make that fight, and I'm telling you, it was for a reason. Some dudes you just gotta leave alone. I think it's gonna sound bad, but Devin can think of something else, man. Don't mess with that dude. Don't mess with that. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. Bro. It ain't.
No, I mean you got to give a man the opportunity. Like I say, sometimes nobody is hard to go through. If you fight an elite fighter, you're not gonna finish up. You may lose a couple fights here and there. You know what I mean? And I heard my man say, he boxes people's socks off. Once you get to a certain level, it's hard to box another elite fighter's socks off. It typically doesn't happen. When you have two great fighters going there, it's a fight. It's not a boxing lesson. I mean, in my opinion, Devin does not give Boots Ennis a boxing lesson. That's my opinion. That's a freaking fight. Conor Ben, Brian Norman, he does not give those guys a boxing lessons. It's a fight. You know, some of them other guys, he may get him a boxing lesson, but them other guys, he's gonna have to bite it down. He's gonna have to fight. He's gonna have to do something legendary to beat those guys, man. Because those guys ain't gonna give it up easy. That's why I call it a fight. I'm gonna fight you for it. If you beat me, you're gonna have to beat me, but you're gonna have to earn everything that you getting in this ring. But you're gonna have to come get it. You got to show me that you really, really want it. And you know, that's my opinion.
This
one thing I love about Devin, he willing to die in the ring. And people don't
this
know.
What makes him a throwback fighter. This is what I'm used to. I come from the 80s.
You got that kind of mindset, like Devin, where he ready to die, man. It's
I'm
hard
used
to beat him.
I just all the smoke.
Who has Brian Norman killed?
Like
Nobody.
What'd you say, Monster Musa? What'd you say?
He talking about Brian Norman killing people. That's cap, bro. He might be beating people, knocking them out or knocking them down, but he ain't killed nobody. He ain't no Matisse.
Yeah.
Brian Norman is easy work, bro.
I'm clearly exaggerating, brother. I'm clearly exaggerating for the show. But I'm just saying, the brother's punching, man. He punching. He punching.
Everybody punching.
Hey, when he hit them last two Mexicans, man, it was tacos everywhere, bro.
That's them, dog. They're not on Devin Haney level, though.
I'm just, brother, I hear you saying, but when you dealing with a violent person, somebody who's extremely violent, yeah, skills are great. IQ is great, but you still have to deal with that violent person that's in front of you. When Joe Frazier fought Ali, that was a violent fight right there. Ali was a superior boxer, but Joe Frazier was relentless. He was not going to be denied in that fight, and you got to keep that in mind. Yes, sir.
And what did Ali show? What did Ali show, Coach? That he could box. He had a chin, and he wasn't willing to go down. Same thing with Devin.
Let me ask both the coaches, since y'all know. Back in the day, wasn't Roberto Duran punching?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, K-Rod, you know he was punching, but Sugar Ray fought him. He was the first one, came back, no mas. He ain't ducked the smoke.
I was gonna say,
that's history. Those are facts.
The rematch, right?
Say again?
Didn't Sugar Ray Leonard beat him in the rematch by knockout?
Rematch.
Yeah.
Him in the rematch. No mas. That was the infamous no mas.
Yeah.
You know, there was people telling, look. People, y'all might not remember or know. Y'all by now y'all seen documentaries. When Ali was fighting Foreman, that was like a slow walk to that was the death walk, man. That was dead man walking. Ali was supposed to die in that ring that night because George Foreman was knocking over trees, and look what happened. So I mean, I think that Brian Norman Jr. is the truth. And in my mind, I would want nothing more when the dust settles and Devin gets as many of these dudes out the way. I wanted to come down to him and Brian Norman, the boxer versus the puncher, and may the best man win. I salute the Normans. There's nothing, y'all don't understand, man. And this is my bias. I love seeing father-son coaches. Do you know why? I think nobody can communicate with their fighter better than their goddamn sons. And I love that. Why, you know what I'm saying? You know, people want to try and if Brian Norman catches fire, you're going to see the media trying to pull his father away from him. You're going to see it.
Facts.
With the bill all the time. So with that being said, I know the atmosphere. I wanted to come down to them too. Brian deserves it. Devin is getting his shine, and he look what he's overcome already. The hate on top of hate on top of hate. And Devin, that day, when he was coming out the hotel, they were going to the mosque. You should have saw Devin's face. I said, man, this young man's unbothered by nothing fucked him up. You see, that's because he's in touch with his dad. He's in touch with his God.
Yep.
And he don't give a fuck about what anyone says about him. You know what I'm saying? And in his heart of hearts, he made this list. He means it. He knows in his mind he could beat everybody on this list. And 3 motherfuckers on there don't want no goddamn smoke because they could have been had it. All I heard was he's too big. He's too big, but niggas is fighting dudes at 140. Niggas is fighting dudes trying to fight Jake Paul at 195, but Devin too big. Man, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, shitty cuz, he could have fought him on the way out of 135 when Devin was completely drained. And he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Ryan's off the pads, and look at what we got. Ryan's off the pads, and he's getting outboxed by Rolly fucking Romero. How the hell?
Get dropped with the same punch.
The same punch. There's no Marine mentality in that. Marines are supposed to think outside the box. Am I not lying, Coach Hudson?
You ain't lying.
Yeah. So where was that Marine mentality for Ryan Garcia? Why isn't anybody talking about his lack of ring IQ? Why aren't they ripping Derek James for his lack of coaching? That's why he hasn't spoken since. Because the kid was on drugs, and I think Derek fucking James knew that shit.
Yeah.
He knew it. And he participated in an attempted murder. And y'all heard me say that a bunch of times. That's my problem with Sugar Hill, and that's not my problem with Derek fucking James. He participated in that shit. This is bullshit. So I support Devin Haney in all his endeavors. And I support Brian Norman Jr. And I think he's the most dangerous guy on this fucking list. And I would love in the perfect world for it to come down to those two men, because I'll buy that pay-per-view 3 fucking times and I'll go to the fight. I don't care where it is.
Hey Drew, can I chime in about anything?
Go ahead, bro.
I was just wanting to basically make my point towards DVO. Brian Norman, he's a good fighter, but he has a lot of flaws. And the one good fight that I like to look back on to basically use that as I just use it as a fundamental argument. If you go back and watch the Janelson Bocachica Figueroa fight, he was taking a lot of punishment and he got dropped in that fight. But I feel like with a style like Devin Haney, he's going to leave himself wide open for a lot of counters. And Brian, if he tries to fight way too aggressive, I think Devin's just going to do the same thing like he did with Jorge Lernard. He's going to take some really good shots here and there, but then once he finds out what Brian's really good at doing, then I think Devin's going to figure him out very quickly. If Brian could find a way to pressure Devin without having to exert a lot of energy and give away any clues for.
Hey, Rod, there's something wrong with your connection. You sound muffled. You sound a little muffled.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Right there. I can hear you right there. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was saying that for the Devin Haney versus Brian Norman fight, if Brian Norman shows any of his deficiencies from his previous fights, I mentioned what Janelson Bocachica Figueroa fight. If Devin figures out what Brian's good at doing, I feel like Brian Norman will be having much more experience.
There you go again. Wait, hold on. Yeah, are you walking?
No. I'm on my cell phone.
You're on the water, ain't it?
It sounds like you're on the water, brother.
I'll just come back in. I'll just come back and come back in.
No, it's all good. I'm about to end the show, though, brother. I'm about to end the show because 78's on.
Okay, all right.
Man, salute you, K-Rod. You know you got an open door anytime I drop a link, man.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach Hudson, let them know they can find you, good brother.
Hey, you can follow me at Coach Hudson on YouTube or Coach B Hudson on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Please put your link in the chat. Coach Eddie, thank you for joining the panel, man. Thank you for your input, man. Thank you so much. You put in work on your channel, brother?
I don't have no channel, brother. I'm kind of low tech guy, man. I'm not. I just kind of just like to pop in on people. Hey, can I tell you a quick story about Deontay Wilder real quick? You got a second?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I own the gym out here in Georgia. I've been 15 years. I own the gym. I help train fighters, kids, whatnot. But Wilder, before he became champion, he came to my gym. Wilder, great guy, man. He sparred this guy by the name of Stacy Frazier, man. You can look him up. Stacy Frazier was in the gym, right? And man, they were sparring. He sparred also Kevin Johnson too. I got to witness that also. Kingpin Kevin Johnson, 2 sparring sessions with Kingpin Kevin Johnson. Great sparring sessions. But he sparred a dude named Stacy Frazier, man. And I just want to show you how powerful this guy is. Cause they asked me if I wanted to spar with him, and I was like 190 at the time. I said, nah, I'm good. Cause I know man got to know his limitations. That man ain't finna stretch me out. You know what I'm saying? So he sparred a dude named Stacy Frazier, right? Stacy about 6'5", 250, something like that. And I think Stacy landed the shot on Wilder, right? And it was a pretty decent shot. And you see his demeanor change, man. And Brandon, I tell you something, man. He hit this dude with his right hand, man. It sounded like somebody shot a gun in my building, man. It was like, bah! And this dude just crumbled like a building, man. Ankles went, knees went, crumbled, laid on the ground, right? So my old coach, Jerry Hill, jumped in the ring. Oh, sweat. He pours water on this dude's head, putting ice on him, trying to wake him up, trying to revive this dude, right? So we finally got him revived. And man, this dude went outside, man. And I kid you not, man. This dude walking up and down the street smoking a Newport, like rethinking life, man. Like, do I really want to do this, man? Hey, and you can ask Wild about that story, man. He'll tell you, man, about Douglasville boxing. He came up, him and JD's. Man, he stressed that dude out, man. But I tell you, just the power, man, was just to hear that shot go off, man. Literally sound like a shotgun echo throughout the gym, man. It was like, it was crazy, man. Yeah, I just want to let you know about the champ, man. The champ is a good guy, man.
Good dude, man. It's a solid brother, man.
For sure, man. All right, my brother.
Thank you, Coach Eddie, man. Whenever I drop a link, man, open panel, man, you're always welcome up here. Excellent.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Monster Moose, my brother. Let them know how they can find you. You're on mute. Monster Moose, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. My bad. I want to say, man, appreciate you letting me up, big bro.
Yes,
and
sir.
Love to everybody, but I want to finish with this quote right here. The sweet science is always gonna win. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Peace.
Absolutely, good brother. And salute to y'all, man. Great show. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. I gotta post my PayPal. I forgot I had one, man. No show tomorrow. I got a doctor's appointment. Damn, I'm all messed up. I'm fighting this cold. This is crazy. You know what I mean? But that's my take on it. Devin wants all the smoke, and the general talking about it right now. Let's head over there. Salute to everybody. There will be pep talk Friday night, but no boxing in the AM tomorrow. I got doctor's appointments, and I got a whole bunch of. It sucks being an adult, man. It sucks being an adult, man. It really does. Yeah, it really does, man. But I'm gonna get my weekend started early. Y'all be safe, and y'all just stay out of trouble, man. Bronx on deck. Love y'all, man.
Okay, have a crappy weekend. Hope your house burns down.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.